It is a reality and experience in all our lives that we have chaos and confusion and friction which drains us. And we spend so much of our time and energy trying to fix that up, looking for the cause all the time. We have grown up with second-hand ideals about living and spirituality and material existence. We're not the people who made those ideals. They're not our ideals. Yet we're trying to live with them. How can there be anything but confusion and chaos and friction? What would happen if we could stop, look around, and as a result have our own ideals, our own perception of life, how different things would be? If you didn't have all this chaos which is taking your energy, and confusion which leaves you not knowing what to do, and friction which grinds you, your inner being, away as it rubs up against society or somebody else's ideals. Confusion comes from the difference between what you want and what is imposed upon you, or you've been led to believe is right, and you haven't questioned it. Chaos is because we're trying to live those ideals which somebody else has given us, and nothing can settle down. We're trying to find happiness at a different place, not the place that happiness will be found in. And the friction comes from the calling of our real inner being and the abuse this second-hand ideal life imposes upon us. We could have our own ideals, our own goals, that is knowing what's really going to bring us happiness. We try and seek happiness in conformity to a society which really is, look at it. It's nothing to follow. There should be rules in society to keep it together, but minimal. What is it we really want ourselves? Are we going to find happiness by impressing the neighbours, by having a grander living space than them next door? Wouldn't it be ideal just to have what's needed and the rest of your energy left over to live? And the same with having a car that everybody's going to be impressed with, when an ordinary car might be just fine. And what's left over from just getting an ordinary car, a safe, reliable, comfortable ordinary car, what's left over can be used for living. Life is a process of growing, not consuming. There's huge pressure on us to consume, that happiness will come from things, that there's no evidence of it. Doesn't seem to deter most people. It's the same with the religion they inherited, when by and large they found no proof that any of it is true. Never thought to choose between a tradition and spirituality. Life by and large is quite a stressful business, but there's no need to make it worse by having stresses which absolutely aren't necessary. Spend some time contemplating what is enough to make your journey through life comfortable. And beyond that, you can use your energy to bring happiness to your life, to experience things. If you look around, so many people's only experience with a few moments off to regenerate themselves. It's wonderful to go out and do things, to travel, if that's what you like, or to sit in the countryside and enjoy nature, to do something natural. Wherever you are in life, now, contemplate how it would be if you'd lived by your ideals all the time, up until now. What would you have done? What would you have experienced? An example of how life can be misspent is if you're of that age where your children are grown up and you've built your little empire, but you've missed them growing up. There are really a few things as nice as being part of your children's growth. And when you are, So many of the problems people have with children aren't there. What would it really be like if we had spent some time earlier on contemplating what really would have brought us a better, happier, more fulfilling life? How would things be now? It hasn't been worth letting society mould us into their likeness. Now we can start moulding our lives the way we would like them to be. There's still a chance, there's still life. There's still time to do a lot of the things we want to do. Don't wait until retirement to do what you want to do. Do it now. It's the things you haven't done you'll regret at the end of life, not what you've accumulated. At the end of life, what you've accumulated will amount for nothing. What you haven't done is what you'll regret. Have a clear look at life. What is really going to bring you happiness? You are trading your life for something. What are you trading your life for? Is the trade worth your life? Live by your own ideals. Society, although not to blame because they don't know any better, has betrayed us. Let us not betray ourselves. Be loyal to yourself.